Liam, take it away.
Sweet.
Cool.
What's the name of the XO?
No flexing.
So yeah, we see the XO sitting across the table. So we see Christy Gorman image for her now. So yeah, she sits across the table from Morgan. She still looks very pale. Still a little bit shaky. Still a little bit shaken up from what happened.
Yep.
Wasn't it Arlene was the one who discovered him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Christine, the XO,
Yeah.
were the second. The XO, Christy, and the captain were the second people there after you.
So
what are
it's
you
just
doing?
like, it's you hear the name like Christy Coleman, and you see like her, the name badge, and it's just like, you've got quite the history. Why don't you start with when you started attending flight school?
So he raises an eyebrow. I think I have a pretty standard history, but I trained as a pilot in the Navy for, 4 years? 5 before I left? That would be, 10 years ago now?
Yes, and then you moved on to greater things.
She like laughs demurely. Greater things, right?
Wow. We have here, and he like pulls out some blank papers. The sum total of your psych evaluation since we set out.
She shrugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need a fucking shrink.
And yesterday, a man died on board of your ship.
She like deadpan stares you.
After having escalated conversation with said Christy Coleman, XO.
She like closes her eyes.
I am
Alright.
not going to ask you to recount the conversation. That's not for me. That's for Dr. Myra Matua and you. It's strictly confidential.
Then what are we doing here?
But if you have something to say, now's the time.
I didn't kill him, if that's what you're asking.
The certain motivation. Does she appear like is she angry when she says that? Is she
A little bit.
yeah,
There's kind of like an undercurrent of frustration. But over everything, she still just looks like almost the curtails of shock, right?
Would I be able to be in like the other side of the like window glass mirror thing?
You're now chief engineer. You have quite high access.
Yeah.
Just making sure. I want to see because I can read her underlying mental thoughts.
Oh yeah, you definitely have access.
Yeah, that's pretty much my question.
But that's because we know you can read her thoughts.
What's the full? Let me read exactly what I have to give you for that.
He has to commit, unless he's taken a special ability, he has to commit effort for the day, and then he can like establish a connection with someone.
Yep.
I will spend 1 point of effort and see what I know about her. Well, I can read from underlying thoughts.
Sure. So it's telepathy. Today, it's a week. Right.
Yeah, Liam, something's up with your mic. It keeps going all staticky. I
don't hear it.
Is it just me?
I don't hear any static.
Okay. I'll see if I can fix it on my end.
Okay. So what's the power you're using? Sorry.
Just the basic level 0 telepathy power.
It's on page 42.
Observe emotional states in a target. Intense emotions provide a single word or image related to focus of the feelings. Okay.
The actual description of how you like apply the power is above it. In the like second paragraph.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So she's slightly frustrated. She seems like there's a loss, right? She feels a loss, sadness, frustration, shock.
Okay.
Yep. So Morgan nods and he says, "Now you knew him fairly well, you would say, the deceased.
She nods.
Would you say he had any enemies on board who might wish to kill him, if given the opportunity to do so?"
No. Who the fuck has enemies on board this ship?
Apparently,
Jake
someone
gestures,
does.
like expansive gesture. Well, not any that he told me about.
Okay. Did he mention anyone in particular during the past week where you talked with him?
Shook his head. She shook her head. Shook his head. Shook his head. Shook it.
Shakes her head.
She shakes her head. Says, no. We weren't really in the sharing frame of mind over the last couple of days.
Okay. Well, this time I'm going to ask you to take the psyche eval in full, strictly confidential, as pertaining to the case.
She like kind of throws her hands in the air. I can't exactly say no this time. The captain's made it in order.
Thank you.
She like leans back in her chair.
Yeah. And he basically says, Morgan, let's see. Does he say his full name? Yeah, Morgan Forwave calling Dr. Matura to the interrogation office.
The door instantly opens.
Yeah.
Good. Have fun. And he gets up from the chair, takes the stack of paper, takes like half of it.
Yeah, I sit down. Well, I'm sorry there's not going to be vodka this time. Maybe next?
She just shrugs that off.
Well, is there anywhere in particular you would like to start?
How about you ask the questions, Doc? I thought that was your job.
Right. How was your relationship with Engineer Erickson?
You mean before or after I broke the poor fucker's heart?
After? Before? Both?
Before, it was going well. After, well, what do you expect?
Was there any, beyond the normal bounds of breaking up hostility between the two of you? Did he
Apart
say...
from the little shouting match and mess, no.
So you weren't angry at him?
Why would I be angry? Like I said, I was the one to break his heart, not the other way around.
Well, I don't know. Perhaps there's a reason for you ending your relationship.
She like sits there for a moment.
These meetings are confidential.
I decided that was... Well, I decided he wasn't what I was looking for anymore.
And your last contact with him was during the mess hall?
She nods.
Yeah, I think she just goes on to ask, like perform a full psych evaluation. Matt does not know the full extent of the questions asked during a psych evaluation. I've been frantically Googling to try to figure that out, and very rightly so, that's not available online.
Yeah. It's basically like a bunch of
yeah,
leading
like, do you take
questions,
drugs? Like, what's your drug and alcohol use? Like, what's your, like, yeah, just going through, like, the standard evaluation.
What do you see in the Rorschach painting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I don't think it's important enough to spend a lot of time on.
Yeah.
So
basically, what I'm thinking is like you roll a health
yeah,
health check.
that's what I'm thinking, and I just to see how well, like, yeah. Does that sound?
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. $12.
Ooh,
Cool.
Yeah,
nice.
cool. So yeah, she comes back relatively normal. There's no like, I guess points that would instantly raise a red flag for you.
Okay. Cool. Thank you for your time. Oh, what's her name? I forget. It's...
Christy.
Thank you for your time,
Christy
Christy.
Coleman.
Thank you for your time, Christy. I appreciate it. Hopefully, these meetings will be more regular from now on.
Unless the captain orders me to come again, no, probably not.
I'll change your mind on that.
Stands up. She stands up and like looks towards you. You left, didn't you, Morgan?
Yep.
She stands up and like looks towards the reflective window thing that's there. She says, "Am I free to go?"
Oh, there shouldn't be anyone in there. These are confidential.
Bullshit. I'd be there if I wasn't in here.
Wait, you what?
You hear the captain's voice over the intercom. Yes, Christy, you're free.
You told me these were confidential.
Morgan just opens the door and he says, "Look, it's just a safety blanket."
I've been telling
okay?
everyone these are confidential. Oh God.
She stands and walks out. No shit. Why'd you think I didn't want one before?
Well, now
Like
I
said,
know.
I need a fucking shrink. She walks out.
Myra continues to have an existential crisis.
Oh great!
Right.
Now we ruined our psychic.
So
Well, that's her. We had some other people on our lists, but
cool.
I've
So
forgotten
before we get to that, Constantine, what have you been doing?
I guess after a while of talking with Leona, since she's my friend out of the 4 people, but outside of the 4 people, I would text fucking old Morgan and say, "So do you want me to conduct my questioning in reverse order of you? Hit them before you do, or after?"
It just says whenever you have the time and the opportunity. Don't make it super obvious, dumbass.
I'm hurt. Send that off. I look at the list you sent me. What are the names?
Yeah, let's hear everyone who were mentioned at the not attending the party list, because I did not write them down.
Hell of a memory. So Noah, obviously. Arlene. There was another like random crew member who doesn't have a name yet. And Slain.
I'm gonna.
Let me get a name for the random crew member who doesn't have a name yet. It's probably important.
Do I want to go talk to Slane? Because he's awesome.
Yes, you want to go talk to Slane. Please go talk to Slane.
But he's paranoid.
Sean Lynch being the other crew member.
You know what? Let's give a new cast a try, Matt.
No, we need to change the entire focus of this game to purely about Slane.
I've got to go talk to Sean Lynch, and on my way out of the room,
he's literally gonna have a new accent every time you speak to them.
amazing.
So good.
I'm just waiting for the French accent.
And on my way out of the room, I tell Leona not to miss me too much. And then, boom, off to find Mr. Fuckface.
You hear her laughter as you leave.
Thank you, Morgan Nut.
Yeah.
Cool. You save this and boom.
Christy was also not in attendance.
She was
Fuck,
there.
he's got a. Does he have
No,
a
I
gun?
mean, in the party.
She was at the party.
Yeah, she was.
The possible time of death did expand outside of the party, but Christy was there.
Yeah.
But she could have paid somebody.
We also need the
It
pilot.
also could have happened before the party was a thing. So,
Yeah,
The
that's true.
pilot chick who vomited. That was Laura.
that was
was- Arlene.
Arlene
Yeah, right.
Santos.
Yeah, Arlene
Aviva.
Santos. So basically, she got to medical afterwards and got something for her trouble.
Shock.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention before I go talk to this person, I actually put on her shirt.
No, I thought you were doing it naked.
Helpful.
Oh, I thought you put on like a leather vest or something. Like,
No, that's you. You literally texted me to say don't make it obvious.
yeah.
Sean Lynch looks like a young Space Corvo.
Young
He is?
space Corvo. Holy
Space
shit,
Corvo.
he does. It's sick.
Holy shit. Guilty as fuck.
He's
I
a
think,
young Space Corvo.
I mean,
I think Sean's probably a security, a low-level security officer.
oh, he's also in security? Damn.
Also, Bruce looks like some.
Yeah,
random
so instead of
strawberry.
looking like you're interrogating the guy, you're just looking like you're fishing for information. Great.
So yeah,
You don't know how it'll go. It could be fine.
Alright. let's play the scene, shall we? Yeah. And then how do you approach Sean? So you can track him down relatively easily. He'd be on like a random like cargo check sort of thing. How do you track him down?
As I stand behind him, you hear the tinking of two glasses together.
He spins on his heels.
How's it going? What the fuck is your name?
Sean.
Oh, it's Sean. Oh my god, it's the easiest name in the world. It's not good.
It's a guy. Constantine. Hi. Yeah, good.
Did you hear the grim news?
He nods. Yeah, didn't know the guy well, but sucks.
Yeah, it does. And I noticed you couldn't attend the festivities, so I thought I'd bring you a drink.
Smiles. Thanks. Sucks being on watch, hey. They had to
Yeah.
pick fucking 3 crew members, and I had to be one of them. Rigged my ass.
Well, you know how Morgan is. He wasn't going to miss a chance to show up the dock.
Yeah, like lost it. Yeah, that motherfucker. Putting me on watch and then gonna get drunk? Asshole.
Oh, I know. I'm quite close to Morgan, so believe me, I get the best of him and the worst of him.
He like
should see
nods.
his-
He's like, yeah, guy scares the shit out of me, though. The fuck is he? Like half shock?
I'd say about a quarter.
Fuck.
But yeah. Where were you on watch to?
His eyes like narrow. Why do you want to know?
Why do I want to know? Because I was wondering if you've seen anything. You know how I am. I'm always looking for material, and The Struggles of the Night Watchman is a beautiful song.
He laughs. Fuck, that's dark. Yeah, alright. I was nowhere near. Heading down, about deck 6?
I assume that's pretty far away from the hangar.
Yeah.
I pour him another drink.
I take a sip. Like, where the fuck you getting this stuff? It's good.
I'm don't tell anybody, but I found Herr Doctor's distillery.
you
Doesn't he
stole the,
German?
you stole the. You stole
He
the.
laughs. He laughs. Fuck, man. I've been looking for that for ages. Months, at least. What was
Well,
it?
oh, touches his nose. I can't reveal all my tricks right now. We'll get together a couple more times, and then I'll see if you're on the level, right?
You know, I'll hold you to that. You bring more of this shit, I'll be there.
All right. Well, it was good talking to you, man. And I actually just like hand him a mason jar. It's like, you keep that to yourself.
Grabs it, he's like, fuck yes.
Oh, I turn on my heel as I'm about to leave. Just a heads up, between you and me, because you weren't at the party at the time, you will be doing an interview. So don't drink too much of that shit.
He nods. He says, yeah. Hey, you know what? Between you and me, you know Slane, right? Crazy motherfucker? My boss?
He's implicating his boss. It's great.
I think Lane is lagged.
Yeah, Lane's dead.
Uh-oh. Lane.
Rip Lane.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh,
Hmm.
no. Clearly Matt's fault.
Isn't it always?
It's declining immediately, I think, as either his internet's
Yeah,
gone
his
out or
internet's
his computer's shed itself.
Probably internet.
Yeah.
You're the only one who has a computer to fix itself.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do but wait. We can either take another break, but we're 20 minutes early, or
we find
or we can just
another
continue.
interrogation scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll jump to another.
Oh, there he
Oh.
is.
Oh,
We found him.
I'm always here.
Yeah, he says, continue exactly from where we left off. He says, you know Slane? Crazy motherfucker? My boss?
I've had the pleasure once or twice.
He nods and laughs. Fuck, man, you'll never get this. He wasn't sure that it wasn't him. He was actually relieved when the video fucking evidence came back saying that it wasn't him. That fucking guy, man.
You see Constantine slowly take the mason jar back from him, open it, take a swig, and give it back to him. It's like, fuck me. And then he just walks away.
Alright, cool. So whose interview is next? Who do we see in the room?
poor pilot, Arlene Santos.
Okay. So it's been long enough, and she's had the attentions of the doctor
She's
to bring her back from shock. So she still seems a little bit like wild-eyed, but otherwise she seems okay.
right. So we have her, like, she showed up an hour late, or at least that's her story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does she have a history of showing up an hour late? Could we dig that up?
No. I think she has a history of being late.
Yeah, but not an hour late.
Yeah, definitely not.
Okay. So we see Morgan with a tiny stack of paper this time. And he says, Arlene Santos, how was flight school?
She like chuckles nervously. Yeah, good, I guess. Well, didn't graduate too highly, or else I wouldn't be here. But it works. Have you modded the bot, Matt?
That would be why.
You're a smart one.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And it's just like, so Christy Coleman treating you all right?
Kind of chuckles. As good as you can expect. Wasn't expecting to see a body. Well, if I was expecting to see a body, it would be when this ship fell apart and we were all, floating through space with vac suits, but...
All right. What can you tell me about your fellow pilot, Noah?
No, it was an engineer.
Yeah, okay. What can you tell me about Noah? How well did you know him?
Yeah. As well as anyone else. You seem nice. Him and XO had a thing, right?
Did they?
She nods. Think so. That's the
Talk to
rumor.
you about it?
She shakes her head. Nah. We barely had any passings. Only talked to each other once or twice.
Right. So, you normally show up late to your scheduled piloting sessions?
She she kind of looks a
Oh.
bit nervous, looks around, says, I guess sometimes I lose track of time. Look, really, unless we're changing a burn, there isn't much of a job flying this thing. It doesn't matter.
So when you showed up, you could have gone to the party, right? You could have.
Yeah, figured I should probably go to my actual shift.
Yeah.
Something might have happened. Could need an emergency burn. You know how it is.
Of course. So did anything keep you from going inside? Or was it normal? You didn't see anything on the way in?
She just shrugs. Nah, I was just late leaving my room. Got there and closed her eyes. Well,
Yep, I know. So you say you left your room an hour late and headed straight for the bridge.
She nods. Yeah.
All right. And he basically sends a text to Gwendolyn. It's just like check route from check her route, see if there are any cameras that can confirm or deny this this path.
How many cameras do I see Bruce on?
Once again, so every camera you turn on, it starts at the very beginning, when they first turned on, and most of them are the ones that are working. Most of them were only turned on a few days ago when they were reset, and you see Bruce. The first image once again is just a close up of Bruce's face as he puts the camera back after resetting it, and then it flicks forward, and you see it's patchy. Because there's a whole bunch of black spots where cameras aren't working. But yeah, you can basically corroborate what she's saying.
Actually, I have also a follow-up question to that. Is there a camera on the door to the bridge? On the outside?
No. There's cameras inside and there's cameras in the hallways. So you could see cameras leading up to the bridge.
Yeah. Do I see anything on any of those cameras?
They're not working.
Meet anyone along the way? Talk to anyone?
Not from what he can see on the well, she can see on the cameras.
I send the info over.
Yeah.
She seems to be rushing, so she left her cabin and then just kind of rushed to the bridge.
No, I assume there's no cameras in the private cabins.
No,
right. So she didn't get woken up by anyone.
Didn't seem to be. No one entered or left their room.
All right. Did she take her psych evals?
Yeah.
Yep. And there was nothing to indicate anything?
No red flags. There's a little bit of a I guess anxiety or even depression about her piloting results. She didn't do well. hence why she's on this bucket of crap instead of flying for the Navy like she'd like to.
Yep. Does she have a medical history, recent, or perhaps earlier?
No.
Okay. No
Nothing
medical history.
major. She has a like most crew members. She's been treated for a few small fractures, but
Yeah.
nothing
Is she
serious.
new to the ship or is she old?
She's not one of the newer ones, but she's not a lifer, right? She's been here for maybe 3-4 trips.
Yeah. All right. Did you know anyone who might have had it in for the deceased? Someone might have said something to you.
Shakes her head. No. Didn't. Well, you've heard the rumors, right?
Yep.
XO.
Yep.
They've been fighting. Something came up.
Did anyone ask you when your next shift was up?
She shakes her head. No.
Okay. Who generally knows when your shift is up?
She kind of like shrugs. Anyone with admin access? Captain? XO? Admin group?
Yep.
She like shrugs. Anyone with access to my terminal? I don't lock it.
Oh, you should do that. Security.
She shrugs. I got nothing to hide. Well,
Aside
Nothing
from your
I wouldn't
browser
want to
search
see.
history.
she like nervously chuckles.
Don't worry about it. We keep it on the down low. So let's see. I asked her there.
He's done it.
She did it. Yep.
Good job,
So it's basically like like a standard conversation, and it turns to like the more positive things, like 3 weeks left, then we're coming up on shore leave. Any
Yeah, she
plans?
I got a few friends in Europa. I was gonna see if they're still around. I don't know, kick some shit.
Yeah. You've definitely been through the ringer. I won't bother you too much more. I think we're
Sure.
done here.
Smiles. Thanks. Oh, do some rest. Been a hell of a day.
Yep. Be sure to see the doc if you need any support.
She nods. Gets up and walks out.
All right. So he kind of like rubs his face and like, Well, no one obvious did it. And he looks at the mirrored window, and he just looks right at Gwen. He's just like,
That's probably just me typing.
Yep.
They're just staring at me.
Yep.
I'm just
You
glaring
know what?
at you.
You know what? You're okay, Gwen.
This is going so well.
Get me a list of everyone with admin access.
It's not an extensive list. There's probably 7 or 8 names on there. The captain, the XO, chief, like the head of every department. And then there's like 1 or 2 admin crew.
Admin crew?
Let me generate you 2 more names.
Sweet. Let's just put more names in the lists.
Lee Torres.
Soon you'll have
And,
a mighty list of NPCs like I do.
You should see my list of NPCs for my Stars game.
Rose Murphy.
Old Murphy.
Putting in the Z in Rose.
That makes it spacey.
Yep.
Definitely makes it spacey.
Who was this Laura character again? God.
Laura's an engineer.
She's an engineer.
Yep.
She was
And
the
she
one who was
was-
betting against you.
And she
Oh,
won.
right. She was the one betting against me.
She's
Never mind.
obviously the guilty one.
Yep.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
can get
she
our
was-
credits
she was
back.
at the party the entire time. She's clearly guilty.
Yeah. Me and the other person who lost credits would probably agree with that.
I'm saying, we've never gone through the idea that he just killed himself by banging his head on the wall.
To be fair, if you're gonna kill yourself, that's probably one of the hardest and most non-dependable ways to do it.
Banging your
That
head
depends.
backwards
If you're at a
into
high
the
G.
wall.
If you're like a 5G burn, everything's pretty dependable. Like
And
you're
he
feeling
looks
5 times your own weight.
he looks at the like he's looking still at Gwen and he's saying, "Get me a list of Noah's friends."
There are none.
I probably should have asked his girlfriend if he was suicidal.
Great psychiatrist.
I'm not a psychiatrist.
Especially after one of her comments was broke the poor fucker's heart.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Matt is a very bad doctor.
No, I'm a good... Well, I'm not a doctor. I'm a biologist.
Okay,
Which is a
so I think so we have a scene where we see the doctor. What's your first name?
Yeah,
Myra.
basically, I want a list of Noah's friends, and if they correspond with the admin crew names, then those people will be called in.
People in the crew just call her the doctor, though.
Yeah, so we see Myra and we see what was this guy's name? Vincent. Vincent Vinny Samuels.
Yeah,
You know,
Vincent
Vin-
Vinny Samuels.
And who's your other tag?
I'm saying, Vinny has to be New Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Jersey.
He's from Space, New Jersey.
Vinny
Space Joycey.
and
I think Jersey's just Jersey normally. Like, it doesn't even use Space Jersey.
And
It's just Jersey.
Erica Newman is your other tag, Matt.
Erica Newman.
She was the one. She was the one who you were talking to before.
Yeah.
The one who said, yeah.
I like how you're not even going to attempt to spell Vinny's last name. Not.
Yep.
Cool.
Hey, how you doing?
And we need the guy who's fixing all the cameras, fucking Bruce.
Bruce, the guy.
Bruce. Bloody Austin legend.
All right. So yeah, we see a scene where we see these three. So we see the doc, we see Vinny, and we see Erica. Kind of working in the lab. I think Erica and Vinny. Erica's kind of chatting shit to Vinny. I don't know if Vinny reciprocates that, Matt.
Vinny's a
From New
banter.
Jersey, of course.
Vinny's a banterous lad.
Cool. So yeah, they definitely reciprocate. Like there's some banter going back and forth between them, and we hear like a whatever the signal that someone was at the door, right? Like the door kind of like slides open.
I've made sure they've locked the door.
Oh, it's locked.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
definitely
there's like a
locked.
signal. It's like a signal that somebody's at the door.
Yeah. Am I there?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. Okay. Well, who wants to check it? Well, I'm not-
Vinny like holds up his hand. Fuck no.
I roll my eyes and walk over. Like look at the view screen,
Okay, you see Arlene standing on the other side of the door.
and she's the one
Arlene
that
Tan.
found the body. Yeah.
Just the pilot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I open the door. What can I do you for, Eileen?
She Oh, hi, Doc. I having some trouble sleeping. Anything you can do?
That's why I'm here. Come on.
give out free drugs.
Yeah, she steps in.
When was the last psych eval I did with her?
A few weeks
Probably
back.
right after.
Yeah, actually, yeah. To be fair, you probably spoke to her like straight after.
Okay. Well, like, what? Were there any like worrying triggers I should be worried? Like,
You just saw a dead body.
yeah,
She was
Like-
she's depressed. She's depressed about her piloting results,
yeah,
and now she's seen a dead body.
yeah. So from my interview with her, because people handle seeing dead bodies differently. Some people are okay with it, and some people aren't. Like, what was my feel on that?
Not good.
Okay. Yeah, so I walk her in. Why do you think it is you can't sleep, Arlene? Is it recent events?
The glass and everything. Could say that. If
Go on.
if you're asking whether I could sleep before I saw the body, yes.
Right. I'll start you off on a normal dose of melatonin. Nothing extreme.
She shrugs. Whatever we
I
have to
like to
sleep.
imagine the body's still in the room. It's on the table.
Yeah, it's like covered though.
You have like morgue style lockers as well.
Oh, okay, it's probably in the morgue style locker. If the melatonin doesn't work, you come to me and I'll sort you out with something stronger.
Not.
Uh,
Thanks.
prescribe a dose of melatonin. Like a heavy
Yeah,
dose. Like a non...
She'll
I don't think it's toxic, so...
she'll take it. And,
Yeah.
thanks, Doc.
Arlene, if you
Like walk out.
need to talk,
She goes to walk out.
if you need to talk, I'm here. Off the record.
Shrugs. Think I've done all the talking I can. Thanks, Doc.
As you say. Lock the door. I'm paranoid as fuck.
But yes, but you're not as paranoid as Slane.
No, I don't think I did it.
Vinny, like, you hear him like huff. He's like, huh. Fuck.
Yeah. Seeing your friend, co-worker dead like that? Can't be good.
I like the fact that it's like you saw the same body, but you're just like calculatingly
No,
cold
just-
about it. It's
I work
Yeah,
with dead
like-
bodies.
Did you say you like dead bodies?
I work with dead bodies.
she works with bodies, and she's seen people die during her surgeries.
We don't need to go into that.
Puts on glove.
Vinny kind of like looks over at Erica. Can I be real inappropriate? She laughs. Yeah, go for it. He goes, she's fucking hot. She
Vinny,
like
at least,
Erica gives him like a playful punch.
Vinny,
Fuck up.
please wait until the mourning period's over before you fuck her. Common courtesy, you know?
Vinny shrugs. You assumed that hasn't happened already?
I know that hasn't happened already.
Bullshit, Doc.
Uh-huh. Keep talking, Vinny. Is there anything else in the medical room?
No, I think that's
Okay.
that's pretty good there. Let's get so what is fuck names? God damn, what's Gwen doing? What's Gwen been doing?
Probably,
What's going?
Reading through the files and stuff that have been left behind, trying to figure out like everything that she needs to do at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, she's gotten a list. Like, ask any of the people with access to the piloting roster whether or not Noah Erickson asked them to tell on our piloting girlfriend Arlene when she was next
What I'm
on.
doing. I'm literally looking through the files for like maintenance and shit.
Yeah, so
Trying to figure out how the ship is running and all that.
And see
Okay.
who last access
So-
those files.
so Gwen, it's not like this ship is basically held together with duct tape and spit. You have no idea how it's still flying. like you were a little bit concerned because like your contact wasn't great, right? Like it'd drop out every now and then. Like you'd have blackouts. Your cameras aren't great, but like you look at this thing and thank God the reactor's in pretty decent nick, but everything else, fuck. How the engine is still attached to this barge?
And the funny part is, you didn't know about most of this before, but since you now have the Noah's job, you now know everything.
Basically. So, yeah, like I just call Laura into my room.
Alright. She rocks up.
So this ship is literally falling apart. I'm surprised it's still working now.
Laura nods. Yep. You know, I had to reattach a structural beam to the engine the other week. I had to go outside. Remember that time we stopped burning for a while? Yeah, it's because I was outside the fucking ship reattaching a structural beam. Almost lost the starboard engine. Fucked up.
How the fuck is this ship still flying?
She goes.
Perhaps you should have the job.
I'm a fucking miracle worker.
Hmm.
And
well,
she kind of looked sad for a moment. Eric wasn't bad at his job either.
No, he wasn't. At least the ship is still working.
Yeah, it's that far.
Looking through the records, the few of them that are legible, some of these just don't even make half any sense. I just point at one and saying, this one says that this engine almost melted.
She looks over your shoulder. No, that one's real.
The engine almost melted.
Yeah. Almost when we docked last at Titan, that would have been a fucking disaster. You know how much billions of dollars we were sitting around in Titan? Shakes her head.
No, that's when I also got on the ship for the first time.
She smiles. Yeah, we're good at keeping things quiet. The ship didn't blow up, so what's the hassle?
At least it's that. So, found any, have you talked to anyone about, did anyone know anything about what Noah was up to?
Work-wise?
Yeah. I just find it strange that an engineer would be filling in for a pilot.
She shakes her head. Nah, Noah liked to be up on the bridge. Said he gave him perspective of what was happening. He used to sit up there a lot.
Yeah. This has all just gone to shit recently. I never expected to be chief engineer here.
She kind of crosses her arms. You know, technically that probably should have been my job. Don't worry, I won't hold it against you.
I didn't ask for the job. The captain assigned it to me.
She nods. Slimy motherfucker.
I laugh. So, the engineering. Is there anything that I need to know right now?
She shakes her head. You know what? For once, there's nothing critical. Engines seem to be attached. Reactors not melting down. Security cameras are a bit rough, and some other internal comm equipment. Non-vitals, but we're working on them.
I already know about the comm equipment. I've known about that since I got here.
She nods. Yeah, of course.
I'm just concerned if somebody's going around killing people on the ship, I'd rather not be next, if you know what I mean.
Laura laughs. Yeah, I hear that.
So, what was I going to say, but now I've completely forgotten it. I think that's all I needed.
Thanks, boss. I'll, I don't know, get back to it.
Also, if you see Morgan, tell him he's a freak.
Do it every day.
Good work.
Poor Morgan.
She spins on her heel, and she's a very bubbly person. Right? She's as I kind of, I don't know if a picture really comes across in the way I cropped it, but she's quite short. I'm
Yeah.
a very bubble person.
And don't worry, I'm your friend, Morgan.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Um.
I think.
So I think we've got one more interview. Then there's a scene, and I think that's the perfect scene to close it out on. So
All right. I think we see everyone who had access to the
Admin.
Yep.
or everyone
Probably
from the
also
admin
including
crew.
me.
Yeah, including you. And it's
yeah, so
basically
it's all the heads.
it's
So
just
security,
one question.
engineering.
It's literally like a PowerPoint presentation,
Just a single
and
slide.
it just points.
It's not an
It
easel.
just says. Let's see. There's a picture of Noah, and there's a picture of
question mark.
like a question mark, and there's a piloting roster, like who had access to it, and like all of their names are there, and Morgan just looks at them and says, "So, who here told Noah Erickson that the bridge would be empty so that he could sit there?"
I just say, as comms officer, it was my job to hand out rosters.
Right.
I'm sorry, but
Torres,
why am I here?
Rose.
I don't handle anything to do with the piloting.
Chrissy,
We'll get
Chrissy,
to
like,
that.
Still have admin access.
Chrissy like raises her hand. He was engineering chief.
Yep.
He had admin access.
Yep.
Looking at where the engineer, chief engineer is allowed pretty much wherever I want to go, so I assume he was as well.
But he did. And let's say, like, did he, like, is this very obvious? Did he access the piloting roster at any point?
Did
Like, is Noah's,
Did Noah.
like, yeah,
no.
all right. And did you tell me that he spent a bunch of time on the bridge?
Yeah.
Yet? Or,
I think it's pretty
yeah.
common knowledge.
Yep.
He used to like being up there, gave him perspective.
All right. So there's basically like the PowerPoint presentation shifts to Noah spent time on bridge often, like piloting roster, like the shifting, and then murder question mark, suicide question mark, and like and then he says, all right, so we can pretty much solve the murder right away. Have you told anyone without admin access when, and he mentions Arlene Santos, when Arlene Santos will be piloting? Have you spread this information to anyone?
Is that a general question to the room?
Outside of admin access.
I just say only the people who have access to the pilots' rosters.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realize I had access to anything else besides medical. That seems like
We're really great at this.
Well, it seems like a serious flaw, doesn't it? Why should I have access to that?
Who knows?
I could get someone killed.
You haven't done that already?
I'd rather not
Because of
talk
the
about that.
situation with the ship being a piece of shit. I'm pretty sure it has to do with that.
I'm doing two jobs at the moment. I'm doing Noah's old job and I'm still doing my job. So doing the rosters at the moment is a bit hard for me.
Right. So pretty much no one here leaked any intel about when the bridge would be empty and Noah Eriksson would be alone.
I highly doubt it.
All right.
Does anyone fess up? I'm assuming not.
Does anyone look uncomfortable?
Slane leans forward.
Of course.
I
he
did
does.
not.
I scan Slane's mind.
You should not do that.
You're in for a world of hurt. That's how someone gets driven insane.
So what do you get? What do you get from scanning Slane's mind?
What was that?
Are you actually using your psychic bullshittery on Sloane?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, what do you get from this?
Just his basic top level impulsive thoughts.
Suspicion.
This guy's heart rate is 120. He has wide pupil dilating eyes.
He's not convinced he didn't do it.
He's still
incredibly
suspicious.
nervous.
Really funny scene for next week.
Yep.
When I'm able to read minds deeper, if I ever go into Slane's, I'm probably gonna explode.
Oh, you're gonna fucking implode. Like, it's gonna be intense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, am I reading my own mind now? Is this? Am I moving? Oh my god, my body's moving. No, I'm just kidding.
There's my theory. There's two ideas. Either somebody did it before the party started, or there is somebody on board we don't know about, or something.
Oh, that's cute.
Slane
Everything's
says,
been breaking recently. Maybe one of the engineers has something to do with it. Maybe there's a
Yeah.
rogue robot on board, or a weird ass AI.
An AI?
Yes, artificial intelligence.
Why the fuck
They
would
try
an
to take
AI
over the
be
world
on this
overnight.
shit heap? No offense, Captain.
You're in charge of comms. You should know.
Christy also shrugs. You believe in those fairy tales?
You never know. They make good movies.
Yeah,
Kids
totally
stories.
fairy tales. Shifty eyes.
Hey, Christy. I'm pretty sure shark people are fairy tales too.
Explain that
Yeah.
thing.
But you're a freak. Frankenstein's monster, right?
All right. Assuming no one spread the
Agreed.
information, we can temporarily solve this murder as suicide.
Yeah.
That's the easy way out. If no murders occur within three more weeks, we can assume that Noah committed suicide due to heart failure.
It was
Yeah,
most
very
bad at
certainly
this job.
not heart failure. His head was caved in.
From behind.
Also, what if the killer is in the room or has the room bugged, and then they know, but after 3 weeks, if there are no more murders, that will be chalked up to suicide?
Who just arrest Ollie?
Slane leans forward again.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
Well, did you?
I've never been convinced.
Did-
I'm even convinced
Slane.
you're
We
Did-
will act on your suspicions, and if we can find any evidence to the contrary within these next 3 weeks, we shall act on them.
Nods. Good. Remember, don't forget to suspect everybody. Nobody's innocent.
especially you.
Oh my god. He looks like, oh, even me.
When he said that, I just go, especially you, Slane.
He like deadpans across to you. And what about you?
I was
Yeah,
at the
well.
party.
Where were you before the party?
Yelling at you.
You showed
This is
up
true.
late to the party, and you would have the technical know-how how to sabotage the equipment.
Equipment's already been sabotaged.
Well, you
Nope.
would know how to do it.
He looks Slane like shoots a look at Morgan. Found another interrogation for you, Morgan.
Though I also showed up late to the party. I was retrieving my moonshine.
He looks at you. And another one, Morgan.
What if it was me slain? What if I kill again?
Suddenly you get shot in the head.
What?
The captain like steps forward.
Dr.
All
Matua.
right, now stop
Dr. Matua.
patronizing
OPSEC.
security captain.
I apologize, Captain.
This is OPSEC, okay? The booze is OPSEC.
The captain says, all right, everyone else out. Back to your duties.
That's it. As far as we can tell, suicide.
No! No, it's most certainly not suicide.
OPSEC. If the killer thinks that we've let them go, they'll slip up.
And kill someone
Find
else. Probably me.
For now,
or the captain.
now,
or the chief medical officer.
we'll rule it as suicide
Or slain.
because there's no evidence. No, the absence of evidence dictates that we must follow the logical course of actions that Noah would commit if left alone on the bridge after breaking up with his the love of his life or whatever.
It's not the way to commit suicide.
He loved that bridge.
He definitely...
How do you know what Noah felt?
He definitely didn't commit suicide. He would have had to...
Sec.
He committed suicide. It was gruesome. He did it because he was heartbroken.
Yes. Good.
I'm on a ship full of idiots.
I sigh and walk out of the room.
I follow.
So it fades to black, and then the credits roll for the episode, and the attentive viewer who sits and waits to the end of the episode.
All of us nerds.
Cease.
Yeah, all of
Shadowing
us.
Sloan.
It fades back up from black, and we see a familiar figure in Christy Coleman,
God damn it.
seated in a bedroom, normal bunk for the ship, and there's a noise at the door, and Bruce steps through.
Fucking Bruce.
Fucking Bruce.
And Christy stands. She says, "Hey, how you taking it? Heard they got you on double shift, fixing cameras, right?" Bruce nods. "Yeah, you're right. Sucks, but it's work that needs to be done." She nods. "Come here. I'll help you take some weight off." And he sits on the bed, and then it fades to black.